On the news tonight, Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) fixes date to release the final list of candidates. Combating the scourge of malaria in focus. On special assignment, correspondent examines the plight of traumatized women. Plus, update from the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening. This is the Nigerian Television Authority NTA ILORIN News Tonight. I am Abdul Wahid Bibire. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has fixed the date to release the final list of presidential and governorship candidates. The chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakub, announced the date on Thursday in Abuja at a meeting organized by the Center for Democracy and Development, with the theme conducting Nigeria's 2023 elections in volatile security environment. According to Yakubu, the final list of the presidential candidates contesting in the 2023 general election will be released on the 20th of September, while the list of governorship candidates will be released by the Commission on the 4th of October. Yakubu took the opportunity to charge political parties and their candidates to focus on issue-based campaigns ahead of the 2023 general elections. He also added that the electoral body will work with security agencies to ensure a peaceful election. Meanwhile, Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has received a 2-volume forensic audit report of the state accounts from 2011 to 2019, showing a loot of over 11 billion naira from Kwara Treasury within the period. The governor, while receiving the report at Government House ILORIN, promised a thorough review of the report and execution of its recommendations in the best interest of Kwarans. Details will come in our subsequent bulletin. 28,587 permanent voter cards have so far been issued to eligible voters by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Kwara State between June 21 and January 2022. The Administrative Secretary of the Commission in ILORIN, Julius Yagba, disclosed these in an interview with NTA's Ahmad Fulani.
The Commission (INEC) has been issuing voter cards that are ready, particularly those who have registered since last year. The breakdown of the PVC's collection indicates that as at July 2022, 14,466 cards have been collected by males, while 14,161 have been issued to females. The PVCs for the recently concluded registration will be ready for collection between October and November 2022, according to INEC.
We listed out all the list of the names of those that their PVC are outstanding at our offices. Their names, the PVC numbers, and their addresses, and send it to the local government offices. They are now pasted in those local government offices for people to come and check and collect. If you saw your name at the local government office, it means your PVC is ready for collection. That, we believe, will make the awareness to be higher than what it is now.
Abdul Fattah Abdul Karim was at Ekwator Lodge INEC's office to collect his card and will not compromise by selling his PVC for money.
I want to use my PVC to vote for right person. I don't need any money to any person. I want to use them for right person, sir.
More than 50,000 PVCs from 2011 are at INEC office in Ekwator Lodge. More are still at the collection centers across the state waiting for collection. INEC is therefore calling on Nigerians to come for their permanent voter cards, otherwise face disenfranchisement. Ahmad Fulani, NTA News.
Statistics from World Health Organization reveals that malaria accounts for over 40% of deaths in Nigeria, while over 20% of individuals seek for malaria treatment every year in almost all the 36 states of the Federation. Aisha Abubakar Yaya in this report examines the measures put in place by the Kwara State government to ensure a malaria-free state in the country.
Although Nigeria remains one of the topmost sub-Saharan African countries with a high ratio of deaths caused by malaria, some states are bent on handling malaria cases sensitively. One of such is Kwara State, that has gone extra miles in fighting the malaria scourge in different ways. Prior to this period, Kwara State accounts for about 27% malaria prevalence, but the present administration is leaving no stone unturned to ensure that the state is free from malaria.
Since now chemical prevention is working in Kwara State, we have been able to reduce the prevalence of malaria, we have been able to reduce the severe form of malaria, and the mortality resulting from malaria also has reduced. Because mortality, that is death rate, will actually result from severe malaria. Uncomplicated malaria does not usually result to death. Where you have death in malaria is when the malaria becomes complicated and in a severe form.
The state also has a synergy with both the federal and local governments to meet the targets of ending malaria.
We have been promptly and duly paying our counterpart funding, and we are keen into several national programs and even international programs as well. And that is why, like I said, we are at sub-recipient level. It's a level that Kwara has never been to before. It means that we can manage programs without the implementing partners.
If all states could tackle malaria scourge, Nigeria will definitely be free from malaria and rank high among the Committee of Nations. Aisha Abubakar Yahaya, NTA News.
The General Manager of the Nigerian Television Authority, Ilorin Popola, has assured media support for women and programs that will empower them. He gave the assurance when top officials of the Kwara State Ministry of Women Affairs, led by the Permanent Secretary, Elizabeth Samuel, paid a courtesy visit to NTA ILORIN to synergize on how to yield positive results to the media. Kehinde Omolosho reports.
Prior to the visit, the Kwara State Ministry of Women Affairs had enjoyed a cordial working relationship with the NTA in Ilorin, so it is not out of place for the women to pay a visit on how to boost the existing relationship. Women, according to the General Manager, White Popola, play an integral part in nation building, hence the need for government at all levels to accord them top priority. As part of the station's corporate social responsibility, issues concerning women and children will be given adequate attention.
So it should be given national prominence. You understand? Because other women from all the other 36 states of Nigeria will be converging in Kwara State.
The Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Women Affairs, Elizabeth Samuel, intimated the GM of the upcoming National Council of Women Affairs meeting to be hosted by the state this month. She sought for collaboration with the station for the full successful hosting of the meeting.
Seeing us gathering ourselves together as women, fold of the whole nation, we will be able to exchange views so that at the end of the meeting, highlight one or two things from each other state, from each friendly state, and put it into use so that it will benefit us all.
The meeting will be a conference of women affairs in the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT, Abuja. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
News Tonight continues after this time out.
Sports Zone. This is your sports rendezvous, happening in the world of sports. You deserve to know. You want it analyzed? Sports Zone on NTA ILORIN, both local and international. You get the breaking news and the history, analyzing with brilliant sport exponents. Live every Wednesday, 9 to 9:30 in the morning. That's the time for your wonderful moment in sport infotainment. Sports Zone. Join us. Let's set the agenda.
Welcome back. Trauma can be attributed to an overwhelming negative effect that causes a lasting impact on the victim's mental and emotional stability. According to the World Health Organization, women face a larger percentage, with 5 out of 10 experiencing traumatic events. Kehinde Omolosho x-rays the consequences and management of trauma in women.
Oluwatoyin Abraham is a teacher and mother of 3. Her 4 years in marriage, according to her, has been a living hell as she relays her ordeal with her husband.
He drank, immediately he drank and come back. He started beating me, immediately he started beating me. I have blood all over my body. So sometimes he have to send me out of the house. Maybe I will have to sleep outside till the following morning before I can be able to go inside again.
Like Oluwatoyi, Asma'u Abdurazak also has 3 children and a traumatic tale to tell.
No significant assistance from relatives except some friends, and my partner not playing its own role, not being responsible adequately.
I believe if we understand each other, the love and everything is going to come. But there was no love, there was no communication, there was no affection. So I just have to leave the house.
This trend has led many to committing suicide as attested to by the Human Rights Commission. The Commission revealed that a total of 108 cases of domestic violence has been reported this year in Kwara State, while there are thousands of other unreported cases.
Family background can lead to trauma. Cultural background can lead to trauma. Marital violence can lead to trauma. And, traditional practices can also lead to trauma. Religious beliefs and physical, sexual, psychological. These are all things that can lead to trauma.
A woman should not be subjected to violence at every quarter. So a woman should be secured wherever she finds herself, so that she will be able to, be herself.
The family system is not effective. You have broken home. If you have broken home, you have a broken society.
Improved value system and bonding of the family are some of the suggestions to end trauma faced by women in the society. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
And our entertainment news. The Nigerian Official Selection Committee for the Academic of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences has unveiled 4 new voting members in its panel. Peace Olayomi has details and other entertainment stories.
In a bid to bring together creatives with diverse expertise in Nollywood, 4 new voting members have been added to the panel for the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences. The 4 new members are Meg Otanwa, Stephanie Linus, John Njama and Kenneth Young, bringing the panel to a total of 15 members. This is also coming after the latest call for submissions for the 95th Oscars International Feature Films category. In another development, Nigerian gospel singer Tim Godfrey has celebrated healing from paralysis. The music star took to his Instagram page where he shared a lengthy message on how he was diagnosed with aging bones and spines and how God healed him from the ailments. Also, Afrobeat superstar Adekunle Gold has released the video for his hit single titled 5 Star. 5 Star is an Afrobeat single that fuses jazz and pop with colorful frames to show the luxury that the song conveys. Peace Olayomi, NTA News.
David Tuta is standing by for some interesting sport reports.
Coach Salisu Yusuf expressed confidence that the Super Eagles will turn around the results against their big rivals to qualify for the 2023 African Nations Championship built for Algeria next year. The coach stated that the Eagles are intensifying their preparation ahead of the second leg clash in Abuja on Saturday. In another development, Nigerian international Sadiq Umar, after months of transfer speculations, has finally seized the much-anticipated move to another Spanish club, Real Sociedad. According to transfer market experts, Almeria and Sociedad have completed negotiations for the former Roma striker for a transfer fee in the region of 20 million euros. The 25-year-old is expected to travel to the Basque country for his medical before putting pen to paper to sign a long-term contract and be unveiled as the new Sociedad player. Nigerian long jump athlete Ese Brume made appearance at the 58th edition of the World Athletic Continental Tour Silver Level Meeting 2022, which is an annual track and field meeting held at the Quechua Stadium in Rovereto, Italy. Brume finished third in the contest. Meanwhile, Serena Williams roared into the third round of the US Open, overpowering second seed Anett Kontaveit with a battling performance to extend her Grand Slam single career in dramatic fashion. The 40-year-old tennis icon, who plans to retire after the tournament, put on a fighting spirit to take down counterfeit with a 7-6, 7-4, 2-6 and 6-2 at an electric Otto Ashe Stadium. David Tuta, NTA.
And that sports report wraps it up on NTA ILORIN News Tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.